Yo, what up, guys? Here's the Q&A everybody asked for. I'm about to start reading off the comments, giving you guys my answers, whatever I think it is. And if you guys like it, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what else you want to hear. We're going to start with the first question. Someone named BHP8702 asked, a popular shoe that you don't like. Alright, so honestly, there's a couple of poppin' shoes that I was never a fan of. Let's see. For example, LeBron 10 MVPs. I'm sure a lot of you guys seen them. Not a fan of the shoe. I had the shoe. It was one of the shoes I had way back, and I sold them as soon as I got them. But shout out LeBron though. Most of the shoes are all dope. How much money did you start off with when you started reselling? So when I started reselling, I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown. I camped out with my friends for a pair of shoes. The shoes were, I think, $140 back then. And I used to have a Big Cartel site. It used to be like benjaminkicks.bigcartel.com. So I used to do pre-orders, and then me and my friends would skip class, which I don't advise you guys doing. Stay in school, kids. But we would skip class, camp out, get the shoes, whatever the order was. We would charge an extra $50, $75, whatever it was, just so we could make something on top. We would get the shoes, fill the order, sell them. So when I first started reselling, to answer the question, I started off with maybe a couple $100s. What is the dumbest purchase you regret buying? ECE_Canary. I'm sad I have to answer that question. Sadly, there's a couple dumb purchases that I would regret buying. I'll start off with one of the worst ones. When I was young and used to just get a bunch of money here and there out flipping shoes, I was always trying to spend my money, trying to buy this, buy that. I remember I walked into Webster in Miami, and I want to say this was like when Balmains were like, this was like the most popular thing. So I asked him, I was like, yo, whatever Balmains you guys have in my size. I ended up just buying every single one. I think it was like 14 pairs of Balmains. To this day, I still think it's like one of the dumbest purchases, considering I probably wore each pair maybe one time. Do you believe your success is God-given? I like that question, and if you know me, you know for me, I put God first above everything. I think God first, family second, the rest of this third, and then everything else comes with it. So yes, I definitely think my success is God-given. Without God, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But obviously, hard work, dedication, all that is obviously input into success. Hudson Duff asked, how do I get into the reselling business? So a lot of people have been asking me for the last 2-3 years, listen, I want to start reselling, I want to get more shoes, how do I start reselling, what do I do? So me and my friends came up with a group called Boom and Supply that we run all together, and we basically give out steals. We do auto checkouts, monitors, restock links, everything that you need to basically become a sneakerhead, become a reseller, whatever it is. Check out the success, check out Boom and Supply right now. We're gonna put a link in my bio. Area DD Lovato said, how much money do you think your shoe collection is worth? If we're talking about my personal stuff, which is, it's a lot more than this, but this is obviously just some of the stuff since I'm moving my stuff around, I'd have to say a rough estimate of between $300,000 and $400,000, just personal stuff that I could like wear and move around with. But obviously stock is a whole nother story. Ale Paul 02 said, what advice would you give to resellers who are thinking of getting into the business? Also, how many personal pairs do you have? Like I was saying before, if you really want to get into the reselling business, you want to make money with shoes, you want to start off small somewhere, I'd honestly recommend you checking out Boom and Supply. Check out the Cook Group, see what it can do for you, and just check them out, boomandsupply.com. And he said, how many personal pairs do you have? That's a hard question. If I had to do a rough estimate, I'd probably say personal, upwards of at least, I want to say, when I counted last time, at least 350, maybe 450. But I actually do want to go over all my personals later. Forrest Pollard, why do you think Dunks have made such a big comeback? So a lot of you guys know, back in the day when I used to start collecting, SBs were on the rise, SBs were popping, this, that. Bought a bunch of SBs, me and my friends, all my neighbors, we used to get SBs. Super low, Paris's $3,500, Freddy Cougar's $2,500. Stuff used to be super cheap, and then it went up, and then all the SBs had a small downfall in the sense of where they weren't being bought up as much, they weren't so expensive, and now they came back. So he said, why do you think Dunks have made such a big comeback? Obviously, me personally talking about SBs, I think a lot of the reason is because the rap industry started getting onto the Dunks, started getting onto the SBs, which caused all the kids, all the hypebeasts, everybody else, all the resellers to up their prices. Say Kai said, who is your most consistent celebrity customer? Honestly, I'd say who keeps really up to date and is relevant with all the shoe stuff, I'd say Quavo. He gets almost all the releases. Honestly, I think he gets all the releases I see him post. Honestly, really all the Migos. Quavo, Takeoff, Offset. They don't really miss releases, and I've seen Offset. He's been buying a lot of sample stuff, a lot of dope stuff he's been getting. Your boy Fizzle said, what got you into sneakers and reselling? So I don't know, I think I did an interview on Complex about this. Basically, my first shoe was the LeBron 9 Galaxies. And then after that, I wanted to get more and more shoes. I remember What the Dunks, I wanted to get a bunch of stuff, and my parents were like, listen, we're not giving you $500 spent on a shoe because it's ridiculous. So obviously I had to buy and resell shoes in order for me to get to where I'm at today, and I was able to build a personal collection because for me, all it was passion. How did you start up your resale business? Kind of the same, but basically like I was saying earlier, me and my friends would put up a big cartel, do pre-orders 50, 75 over. We would camp out Friday, Saturday, whatever it was, get the shoes and just secure the shoes. Someone said, can you help me work on my startup? Kind of like I was saying earlier, anything that you need help with, we basically have a whole team of dedicated staff to help you do anything you need. Boom & Supply, check them out. Let me know what you guys think. On Boom & Supply, there's gonna be live calls that I'm gonna be on so I can answer any of your questions. We have a bunch of tips, a bunch of resellers in there, help out the group. We do group buys, buybacks, we'll buy your shoes, whatever it is. We're here to help. Someone said, what is the most expensive shoe you have right now? The most expensive shoe I have right now at the top of my head is probably, I would say, Iron Maiden. Someone said, any chance you can help us know the websites that are scams? So actually, speaking of this, Boom & Supply is actually working on integrating a new system where we have a bunch of websites that are legit and a bunch of websites that are fake, so you can know what to buy and what not to buy, and from where to buy and where not to buy it from. Someone said, what was your first big sale? That's a tough question, wow. My first big sale actually wasn't to a celebrity or artist. It was to someone in LA, and I remember at the time, I think I was 17, and I was kind of like freaked out over the fact that someone called me and said, hey, I have a friend, he wants to buy $40,000, $50,000 worth of shoes for his son. And to me, I was like, you know what, like a lot of people say it, they don't do it. So I was like, all right, you know what, whatever, let's see. He sent me a list of stuff he wanted. I told him, listen, the total's gonna come out to like $48,000. It was a lot of stuff that they asked for. And he asked me for my information, I sent him my information. Next day, I woke up in the morning with a wire, full amount, no questions asked. I got him all his shoes, obviously. I ended up flying to LA to bring him out there. It was like one of my first huge purchases like this. So I was like super excited and everything. I took all the shoes, flew out to LA, gave them to the kid. He was going crazy. Someone said, it seems you're a family guy. How do you balance fame, fortune, and your brothers? Do you plan on getting them into the game in the future? So like I was saying earlier, for me, God first, family second, everything else comes third. It's honestly the most simple way to explain it. And then do I plan on getting them into the game in the future? Honestly, my brothers, they kind of have a crazy shoe game right now. They're not really on Instagram like that. I'll put their Instagrams right here. And you can check it out. They got a lot of stuff though. Someone said, most expensive shoe you ever owned. That's a good question. Most expensive shoe I ever owned. Meaning if I had it now, it would be worth. Personally, I'd say I had one pair of Floms, Nike SBs, and I sold them, which is ridiculous because now they're going for ridiculous numbers. It's probably the most expensive shoe I ever owned. How much was your Ben Kicks chain? It's a great question. Speaking of my Ben Kicks chain, I haven't brought it out in a minute. Figured I'd bring it out for a second. As for how much it cost, I guess you guys gotta hit Jimmy Boy and find out. Maybe he'll tell you, maybe he won't. Shout out to Jimmy, man. Appreciate you. I wanna know where I can find vendors so I can start moving kicks to. Most of the sneaker related questions, guys, I'm telling you, check out Boom & Supply, see if that's what's gonna work, because it's probably gonna help you out. If you could change anything from where you started, what would it be? Okay, let's see. Honestly, the only thing that I would change probably was when the SBs were having a small decline. I really thought they were gonna come back up, but everyone was convinced they were falling, they were going down. Everyone was selling all their SBs. I probably sold close to half. Thank God I kept the other half, but I sold close to half. And I usually don't listen to anyone else's opinion but mine. So maybe if I didn't listen to anybody else, I would have kept them all. But at the same time, I guess they say don't put all your eggs in one basket. So it is what it is. Can you help a new guy get into the shoe game? Same answer. So these are the questions people have been asking about Boom and Supply. What is Boom and Supply? How do the steals work? How will Boom and Supply help me cop items? And the next membership restock. Okay, bet. Boom and Supply is a super exclusive group dedicated to help you level up any sneaker needs, reselling, buying, selling, whatever it is. And we made the group super affordable because obviously when you first come into the shoe game, or whether you're first trying to resell, obviously we don't have a super crazy amount of liquidity. So, we made it super affordable for everybody. As for how do steals work? Basically, every week, members have an opportunity to cop shoes for a super low price because we drop 4 times a month. So it'll be 4 batches of steals. It'll drop one day during the week. We'll let everybody know. We'll give them an access code. They go, they check. Whoever gets it, gets it. How Boom and Supply help me cop shoes? Okay, basically, make long story short, Boom and Supply is a super affordable group that offers in-depth release guides, checkout, auto checkouts, restock monitors, anything you need. Yo, what's good, guys? I think that wraps up the Q&A. That wraps up the $250,000 in shoes, calls, whatever it is. Wraps up basically most of the personal collection, or at least half of it. And click the link right here in the bio that I'm gonna put to check out the mystery box. I'm unboxing a $50,000 mystery box from Boom and Supply. You don't wanna miss it. Check it out.
Black leather glove, no sequins. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a